Ian Zero is back, and this chapter goes really fast because there's so little dialogue. It's mostly just images, and they're really cool images, I'm just saying. I feel like I read this chapter in less than 20 seconds, it was crazy. But anyway, the chronophage does confirm that this attack will destroy the entire universe in one blow, which is, fantastic. The fact that this random final boss was introduced at the end of the series is insane to me. What, a character that could just wipe out the universe? That's absurd. I will say the setup was way better than Kaguya, who had no setup. The chronophage has been around since the beginning, so I'm not saying this is an ass pull. It's not. I'm just saying the fact that the chronophage ends up being the final villain and it has the power to activate a Big Bang is just insane to me. Shiki tries negotiating with her, saying that if she destroys the universe, she can't be saved. She won't be able to get her time back, and that he will help her get her time back. But the chronophage is just done. She does not care anymore. She's accepted the fact that her time no longer exists, and she just wants to erase everything so she doesn't have to continue living with meaningless hope, basically. To put it simply, as long as the universe exists, she will feel like her time might still be existing out there. But if she destroys the universe, she knows her time no longer exists, and she doesn't have to keep searching for it. At least that's what I'm thinking is how she feels right now. But Shiki obviously doesn't actually care about her getting her time back. He just wants to stop her from destroying everything. Also, he wants her to save Mother. He keeps begging her to do that. And Chronophage comments that, yeah, Mother is an odd planet. And she basically says the same thing that Mother did, which is that the Chronophage keeps eating her and keeps taking her time over and over and over again, which I think is kind of funny. It means the chronophage actively goes back to Mother just to eat her time over and over again, even though her time isn't there, and that's what she's looking for. Which means the only reason why she keeps eating Mother's time is because she's annoyed by the fact that she keeps coming back. At least that's the only explanation I can think of. Otherwise, why do the same repetitive thing over and over again? You know it won't give you your time back. The chronophage still does not care. She starts charging up her attack. The giant chronophage body starts to glow, and the glowing actually starts to evaporate entire planets. She then decides he's going to try to contain that intense power with his gravity, and it actually starts to work. He starts to absorb basically the Big Bang. But the chronophage points out that his body can't contain that much power. He's just going to kill himself if he does this, which would be true if it wasn't for the simple fact that Mother's power is being used to keep everyone alive that she cares about, including Shiki, which means Shiki kind of found a loophole in this whole scenario. So even if the Big Bang destroys his body because he's absorbing all the energy, Mother's power will stop his body from being destroyed. Now, Shiki doesn't seem to remember this. He says he doesn't care if he dies as long as he's able to save his friends. But once again, it doesn't matter if he remembers it or not. Mother is still keeping him alive, so this is actually the smartest move he could have done, even if it was done by accident. Because Shiki is compressing so much gravity into his body and absorbing everything, it's causing the chronophage itself to start moving. Not just the big one, but also the humanoid one, where it is now flipping around and is being attracted to Shiki. Yeah, and that giant ball of gravity that Shiki is currently creating is what is containing the Big Bang, but is now also has two more purposes. One, it's being used to basically crush the human body with the Big Bang, basically. And two, it is being used as a navigational tool because the chronophage big body is being pulled towards that gravity orb. And so as long as Shiki moves the gravity orb, the chronophage moves with it. And so the first thing Shiki does, now that he has captured the chronophage, is he just beelines it straight for Mother. Rebecca and them obviously see the chronophage coming, get the hell out of there. And what you see is the chronophage sweep over Mother, and as it's slowly flying past, you see the Earth has returned. Slight issue with this. Now I will say this could be explained by the fact that Mother is keeping Shiki alive and all of his friends, so that might be the reason why, but I'm still going to point it out. The chronophage didn't actively try to eat Mother. It just passed through her, and this led it to eating her time, just because Shiki forced it in that direction, which means this is a passive ability. It's not an active one, which means as soon as Shiki entered the chronophage, it should have devoured all of his time and killed him. Well, not killed him, but reversed him back to nothingness. Once again, the only explanation why he didn't die or get reversed is because Mother is keeping him alive. That's the only explanation I can think of, because if something is a passive skill, once again, it's just always on. It is something that just happens without exception. So the fact that Shiki is an exception doesn't make any sense, unless, once again, it was Mother who did it. Also, Shiki offers to be friends with the chronophage, which makes sense. He even said as soon as she devoured Mother's time, he would then help her find hers. And yes, Shiki kind of had to force her to do it. She didn't take the deal, but the point is, Mother has been saved, the Earth has been restored, the universe now has a future, so there's no reason for Shiki to have any ill will towards the chronophage, and might as well help her find her time. I don't know how he's gonna do that. I mean, the story's over now. We're basically at the end. I can't imagine there's going to be more than like 3 or 4 chapters to go. So, unless they're able to just find the chronophage's time instantly, because this is Rebecca, therefore she then fuses with Rebecca, the real Rebecca, and so they become one being or whatever. Other than that, they would have to go on an entirely different arc or have an entirely spin-off series to find the chronophage's time, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think this story is going to end here and now. So yeah, unless this thing really is Rebecca and they fuse together into one being, how does he find her time? He doesn't know anything. There are no clues. There's nothing. And the story really is coming to an end, so I don't know. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more easier and other way things. Thank you, and have a great day.